Welcome back to another Film Geek movie review. In just a bit, I'm going to walk my happy butt over to the futon to check out the Shudder exclusive Skeletons in the Closet. So what's the plot of this movie? It tells the story of a woman who's been terrorized by a spirit her entire life. Now, as a mother, she has to make a choice in order to give up her life and allow the demon to possess her, or ghost or whatever, to possess her in order to save her daughter's life. This movie is starring Terrence Howard, Cuba Gooding Jr., and Sally Kirkland. And I'm like, okay, that's an interesting cast. I don't know anything about this movie. I literally watched this trailer, saw the cast, and was like, I am very intrigued by this. Because honestly, not gonna lie here, the trailer looks kind of cheap. Like, this looks like a really schlocky film. And now, if that's what it's going for, cool. If this is trying to be like a throwback to the VHS era, then great. I'm happy. I'm all in. If not, if it's just some kind of weird cheapo movie, it's a really odd cast. But anyways, it's enough of me sitting here yammering. Haku is waiting on me over in his little cardboard hut, and it's time for me to check out Skeletons in the Closet. Just getting done watching Skeletons in the Closet, and guys, holy crap. I don't know if I have just witnessed the world's greatest parody film or the worst movie I've seen so far this year. This movie falls right into the it's so bad it's good category. At least I think so. I was laughing my ass off through this movie from beginning to end. To say I was entertained is an understatement. However, I was entertained in the wrong way. This movie was not scary. This movie was not suspenseful. This movie had zero atmosphere. It had zero horror. But boy, oh boy, was it funny. Now, normally I do negatives and positives, but because of the movie, I can't. There's no negatives, no positives. This is all mingled together because this film is just crazy. I don't even know how to properly review this movie without giving away any spoilers because I don't want to. I want people to go into this to be just as surprised as I was. So let's just talk about how this movie was god-awful, and then I'll try to give you reasons why I was absolutely entertained by this movie. Okay, let's start with the special effects, or as I should call them, the not-so-special effects. This is a ghost story. However, the ghost is barely in this movie. Every now and then it pops up here and there, and I wouldn't even call it a ghost. There's like no real special effects. Like, it's kind of one of those translucent people in a costume kind of situations. And even when the ghost like vanishes, there is no like smoke or any kind of effect whatsoever. It just bloop away. I mean, seriously, it's just like bloop, ghost, and then bloop, gone. It just killed me. I'm like, oh my god. I felt like I was watching an episode of Goosebumps. I shit you not. That is the vibe that this film gives off. That's how the special effects will look. Nickelodeon 1990s. Was that in the 90s? I can't remember. I never watched it. I know it was after my time, I guess you could say. I think it was late 90s. But anyways, it definitely looked like a made-for-TV show from the late 90s in its special effects category. There's one moment that I believe was CGI, and it just looked terrible. And all it was a scarecrow's face going into a smile. And it looks so bad. This movie looks terribly cheap. I think it was filmed on an iPhone 10. Yes, I said iPhone 10. Yes, that's what it looks like. It looks like it was filmed on an iPhone 10. It just looks ugly. The sound design, oh god, the sound. The soundtrack, let's just start with the music for this film. It is constantly like intense horror music throughout the entire thing. It doesn't matter what's going on. These folks could be going to a trip at the local farmer's market and the music would be like dun 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 wee, you know, that weird horror music, like the real cheap stuff where it's like the high-pitched violin sound that's also found in Kitchen Nightmares. It's like throughout this entire movie. Oh my gosh. And like I said, I don't want to ruin anything for you guys. It's kind of hard to give much on this. The acting in this film is laughably bad. And the dialogue, oh my god, the dialogue. It is just terrible. Everything about this movie is either designed to be this way or just bad. It is crazy. This film is just a train wreck. I don't even know where to begin on anymore. Like, I don't know what else to say positive about this movie other than it is so bad, it's good. I was thoroughly entertained. I laughed my ass off through the entire film, and I may or may not have partaken a little bit of the you know what's legal here in Missouri right now. And it really enhanced the viewing pleasure of this film. I'm like, I'm at home, so I just sparked up the old bowl and had a good old time watching this movie. If you watch this film with that in mind, I think you're going to enjoy this movie. If you watch this film expecting a suspenseful, atmospheric, scary ghost story, no, you are not getting that at all. You are going to be highly disappointed with what you see because it just didn't make sense. There's so many different aspects and things going on in this movie that it's mind-boggling to me. It's mostly a family drama, and then they throw in like a ghost, like out of nowhere. It's like ghost, then it goes back to family drama, and then ghost, and in the last like 20 some minutes of this movie, they finally start trying to figure out what the hell's going on with this ghost. Oh man. Oh my god, I'm tearing up. I'm laughing so hard at this. Okay. Well guys, honestly, I have to personally say that if this is something, if you're a person who loves a good cheesy B horror movie that may or may not be crafted to be hysterically funny, then this is right up your alley. If you want to see a legitimately scary atmospheric horror film, no, this is not for you. But when, 420 rolls around, I think we're going to see a lot of people sparking up watching this train wreck of a film. Okay, guys, well, that's all I have for you today. Thanks again for checking out The Film Geek. If you liked what you saw here today, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, ring that bell for notifications, and give me the old thumbs up so I know you like what you're seeing. And if there's one more thing you can do, folks, that is keep watching movies. You know I'm gonna.